How can you possibly build a content kingdom out of just 3 products? We're going to show you exactly how to do that in just a moment. But first,
Say,
what the heck is that? Hang on a second, kids. Okay, I don't know if y'all heard that, but it was coming through my speakers. Um, Hi, you guys in the green room, raise your hand if you can hear me. Okay, good, good. Just double checking. Okay, we'll explain what the green room is in just a minute. Um, and now here on the screen, you can see instead of module 5 or day 5, you can see Now and Then 1977 demo. The new song by the Beatles came out. The last possible new song by the Beatles came out. Why don't we just mosey on over here to day 5? Okay. Um, really be nice if I could make that not be there. Not that it's going to matter. Okay, we'll be fine. There, see, it's gone. Okay, welcome everybody. This is day 5 of our 5-week content profit challenge. You guys have been on quite a journey. Day 1, you got the content profit mindset and how to create an action article workbook that you could sell today before your head hits the pillow tonight. Module 2, you created a one-time small group mastermind. And remember, all of this is based on one article. And I'll show you how that's done in a moment here, folks. Thank you, Kim, for saying that. Kim says it's been fantastic. And hey, congratulations to Kim, too, because she was the very first person yesterday out of the 5 to come on and take advantage of what we were doing. And that 5 filled up pretty quick. However, if you would like to do what we did yesterday, I'm going to work out a way for you here at the end of the show. All right. And so Wednesday was all about mini courses, MANY, courses. Yesterday, we looked at short-term memberships. What we're going to do today is we're going to take a look over here at this ascension model. Okay. Some people call it a product stack. And we're going to focus on the 3 we built, actually the 4, because I gave you some bonus, and then the 5th, and how that can become one pillar of your content profit empire, your content profit kingdom, whatever you want to call it. Howdy, Larry. And speaking of memberships, Larry is one of my private clients who started off with a free 7-day trial of his membership. And for the first time I've ever seen this, he got 100% conversion of the free people into paid. So that's kind of cool. Marlene says, I got so much done on my course since whatever that word is. Kim says, cool. I was the first one. I get extra bonuses in it, right? We'll figure something out. Okay. Now, okay. Trying to, that word is started, huh, Marlene? Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm going to show you how to build a kingdom out of these 3 courses with this triangle over here, okay? And then I'm going to invite everybody here and those of you that are listening to replay, all the hundreds of people that join this challenge into your natural next success step, which is Content Profit Nation. And there's 3 really cool ways to get in. You can pick anyone you want. You'll all get the same, and we'll all be fine. Okay. And then what we're going to do, we have several people in the green room right now. Okay? I'm going to wave at them. You guys can wave back at me. They can't see you yet, but hi. They're in the green room, and we're going to bring them on one at a time and do content profit. What did I call them? Content profit lightning rounds. Yeah. I'm going to get on with each one, or bring each one on, and we'll do it in the order that they arrived here. So, props for when you get here early. And what we're going to do with that is this. I'm going to ask you 4 questions. The first question is, what's your niche? Second question is, who's your market? Who are you marketing to? Okay. Third question is, what's your dream? And then the fourth question is, what's your niche? What's your niche? Try to say niche and specific at the same time. What's your niche specific content that you'd like to turn into a product? Okay, and we'll just do it live here. These won't be the 20-minute ones that we do on the Content Profit Show. Like I said, these are lightning rounds, so they'll be quicker. Okay. Now, some of you are joining us for the 5th time, some of us for the first time, because I did an all skate invitation to this day with my with the challenge. Now, interesting things have come out through conversation with y'all and different colleagues about this, because I mentioned yesterday or the day before that we were going to do some more of these kind of things, but like boot camps or telesummits or whatever going forward month to month. That's changed. Okay. Here's somebody gave me a title last night that I'm going to make a lot of money off of. And you guys are going to get a lot of good stuff off of. It's Content Profit Blank Challenge. Content Profit Blank Challenge. And we can put anything in that blank that you want to learn about and do. Okay? And we're going to start doing that. We will do it. Let me go over here. We'll start the last week. We'll start the 27th of November and go for 4 days on this yet to be named next one. Okay. And I'll take suggestions right now, what you want to go in that blank Content Profit Blank Challenge. I'm going to shorten them to 3 or 4 days. And I'll also be sending out an email saying, hey, give me some suggestions here. Here's what I'm thinking about. Okay. With all that said, we're and the little mess ups, and welcome everybody to the green room. Let's get going here. Right over here. Now, through the magic of the internet, watch what happens now. Okay. Watch this. I can make myself disappear. Not only that, I can make this bigger. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Isn't that amazing? Yay. Come on. Where are the cheers? All right. So what we're looking at here, thank you, Beth Ann. That's funny. What we're looking at here is an ascension model or product stack, whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to get it bigger for you. There we go. That's bigger. Try one more. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Kim, technology is great as long as it cooperates. Yep. And so what we're looking at here is basically a new kingdom. All right. It starts down here at the bottom with your article, your blog post, your video, whatever, all kinds of content you can use. Right. And then it goes to traffic. Hey, Donna. And there's all kinds of ways to get traffic using the content that you've created. Okay. And then what we did as a bonus on the first night or the first day, day 1, is to create an article action workbook. We're not going to do that here today. If you want to learn more about it, it's at the beginning of day 1. Desianne says, I love that challenge title, fill in the blank. That's right. Yeah. And once I got that last night, I think I've got close to, I know I've got 30 something different challenges to pick from, but I want to hear from you guys too. Anyway, then the next 3 are all in bold. And those were the 3 we created this week, right? One-time small group mastermind, a mini course, a short-term membership. And then on top of that would be the top of what you're doing, your regular membership. Okay. And so this is something y'all can use over and over again. And here's the cool thing. Okay. Let's say you build this first one, but you keep the same membership across different things. And then you build another one of these over here, maybe through the mini course into the membership, or maybe in another short-term membership. And you just engage people through this into here. Because remember what we said yesterday, all roads lead to membership. All roads lead to membership. Okay. Now, Let me show you a little bit more about what I'm talking about here, because you guys remember, give me a yay or nay in the chat here. You guys remember this from day one, where I showed you how to do an unlisted article on Medium. No one else can get to it except the people who get this link. And I used the current article, okay, with 4 different points, STOP. And then we put in action questions. And then look at that. We made lines underneath the action questions so people can fill it out. Do a PDF and let them fill it out. And there is your action article workbook. All right. Now, what I want to show you in brief outlines are the next 3 things. Okay. This is I want to give you today a small version, sort of like a note card about this, so you can remember it and keep it fresh. Okay. So one-time small group masterminds, you choose one 20-minute deliverable. What the heck is a 20-minute deliverable? That's something you can help someone do in 20 minutes or less. Okay. And you invite 5 people into that small group mastermind at whatever price you decide on. And then you run that mastermind, right? And so there you go. Okay. Next one is, and again, there's a lot more behind this as we've done each day. This week, I wanted you and everybody else to have, sort of a note card, a 3x5 card or whatever, making this as simple as possible. And would you guys be interested in templates for this stuff we did this week? Yay or nay in the chat, please. Because this could be at the top of a template and then build it out. The mini courses, like more than one course. Thank you for all the yeses. Each chunk, now think about this one that we just looked at up here. There's 4 parts here. Thanks, Chris. Hey, Chris, I'm sending out some stuff today or tomorrow about our content profit sheet on Tuesday. And just, send me what I asked for and we'll rock. Okay. So these 4 things, each one of those 4 chunks, I call it, each chunk becomes a module. That's how you build mini courses out of your articles. So think about how many articles, blog posts, or videos you have, and you build a course out of each one. Each chunk becomes an article, and you put on the front a Get Started Here module, and on the back a Next Success Steps module. And so this one with 4 steps in the article, 4 modules, this becomes a 6-module mini course. Now, I wouldn't go past that many for a mini course. That many for a mini course. And then there's Minnie Mouse. Here's how to keep this a mini course. Okay. If you've got more modules, that's to deliver a little bit less. We looked at 6 things, maybe 7 you could put in each one this week. I would say do 2 or 3. Okay. And then yesterday we did short-term memberships, right? You pick a narrow niche topic that you're going to talk about and teach about for 10 to 12 weeks, and you deliver, a PDF, a training video each week, and boom. And we talked about the psychology of that being that, let's say, you've got a 12-week program, you're going to charge $37 a month for 3 months. That's $111, which ain't too shabby. And then you invite them into your membership. And the key is that the monthly price of the short-term membership and the monthly price of the membership is the same. Then it becomes a simple transition to get people to move into that. So those are your quick note cards there. Back to this one. You'll have access to this, and you can copy and you can screenshot this. Can I see your last question? Oh, sure. You mean back up here? That one? Would you like some help with this? You're invited to visit whatever. Is that the one you mean, Desianne? Yeah. Yeah. You just, would you like some help with this? Some of you guys that are my private clients have heard me say, would you like some help with this? And look how far we've come. All right. So would you like some help with this? You're invited to visit, and then you give the name of whatever it is and the link, Desianne. Okay. So again, access to this is open. Now, here's what I'm doing. Now that I'm going to start doing more of these, I told you guys the day before, yesterday or the day before, that this is going to be available to you guys for free for always. And I'm keeping my word on that. Okay. But what I decided today, going forward, next month and following months, it'll be free to start and then available for X amount of time. And then it'll go behind, um, it'll go into Content Profit Nation or sell as a separate product. Okay. So just a little preview of coming attractions. Um, so what we're going to do now is invite you guys into Content Profit Nation. Some of you guys are already there. Wendy's already there. Who else? Come on now. The green room got messed up. Why is that happening? Oh, I've made this too big over here. There we go. There, Beth Ann too. All right. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to talk about what you get in Content Profit Nation. Because yeah, me, Marlene, you're in there too. You're just not in the green room. Lots of people here, and I want the rest of you in there because this is the next natural success step, and we're going to do this for about 5 minutes, most tops, and then we're going to jump into the Content Profit lightning rounds. Don't you like the ring of that? Content Profit lightning rounds. All right, Content Profit Nation, you get, and when I say the letters AG during this, it means is it AG? 16 products, and I forgot what the G is for. Shoot. Don't say AF, Jeff. Um, 30, 17 content products, and what's coming new, and new ones, and the next ones. Okay. So as I build new ones, you'll get them. 37 content profit templates that you'll get each new one as I build it. Okay. And those are the first two parts of it. Another part of it is you will get one training a month on Content Profit, either unpacking one of my really good Content Profit shows or something else, teaching you something like we've done here, and then a Q&A a month. Okay. And then there's 4 parts to this, and I'm only thinking of 3. Here's the page you go to when you go to contentprofitnation.com. Step 1, yeah. Step 2 are the templates. Step 3 is the training. Oh yeah, the training is one separate one, and the making you dizzy, aren't I? The training is one separate one, and the Q&A is one separate one. Okay. Now, here's what I'm going to do for you guys, and this is what I did for the first 5 yesterday, and I'm going to do it for the first 5 today. Okay. In addition to all of that, I will create for you the following. Okay. A custom blog post or article on the topic of your choice. And from that article, I'll create a lead magnet for you. And with that, I'll create a call to action for all that, either that lead magnet or a product. Okay. And you're going to get 2 months of coaching with me. All right. And by 2 months, I mean 2 a month for 2 months. I know Mark's shaking his head like, what's wrong with this man? How can you be doing that? Come on in and I'll show you, pal. All right. And so, and for the first 5, okay, I'll do it one more time. I did it for the first 5 yesterday. I'll do it for this first 5, but then I'm going to stop this part. Okay. Your first session with me will be next week. Why wait around? Why put it off? Let's do it. Okay. I just doubled my workload next week, but that's okay. It's fun. Yep. Monthly fee. Yep. Okay. Where you want to go to do this is contentprofitnation.com. That's contentprofitnation.com. The button is also at the bottom of your training today. Your content profit begins here. Okay. Now, 3 ways to come in. All of them are good. The first one is lifetime. Okay. It's $9.97 forever. Okay, based on the monthly price, you'd be doing well after the sometime during the second year. Okay, but then you've got access to this forever. You don't got to worry about monthly payments. You don't got to worry about yearly payments. You got me and the tribe for as long as all of us are alive. Okay, and then there's for a year is 497. Okay, 497 for a year, and that one instead of 12 months gets you 15 months. Okay, so 497 is about $60 off the monthly rate. Plus, you're getting 3 more months, 15 months for the price of 12. And then if you want to come in at $47 a month, that's fine too. Okay, you're all going to get the same thing. It's just how you want to manage it financially. Um, and I want every one of you that's been here that aren't already in it to be in it. Okay, because I've been able to spend 5 days with you, and in that amount of time, I can always tell who I want to work with, and that means all of you, at least at this point. All right. So now that we've done that, I'm about to try something I've never done before. I've never done content profit lightning rounds, and I've never done it by bringing people in from the green room. So, get a kick. I'm going to take a drink of water while you get a kick out of thinking about me working without a net. Okay. And in order of appearance, we're adding. There she is. Yay! How you doing, Wendy?
Can you hear me?
I can.
All right. I'm
Can you hear
doing
me?
absolutely awesome. And I took time out for another training because yours is more important and
Well,
not all the fluff. And I appreciate that.
Thank you. I will ask for that testimonial later. Yours is more
Okay.
important with no fluff. I like that. Thank you. All right. So what's your niche?
My niche is energy healing.
Cool. Who's your ideal client? Who's your audience?
Well, it works for everybody. My ideal client is to help women 50 and over get out of physical pain, which includes stress and anxiety because they all feed off each other.
Great idea. I just got these two books today from a talk I heard Wednesday night, all about anxiety. Um, this is pointed more towards teens and late 20s. Oops, that's another book. But here's one of them I was just looking at. And I'll be talking about these more later. And I don't know that you can see that, but it might be good for you to study. All right. So what's your dream with all this, Wendy?
I'm sorry, what's my what? My dream?
What's your dream with all this?
My dream is to help people get out of the pain and anxiety, which raise their vibration level, which permeates out into the world because energy just moves out from everybody and also moves back towards you. But the more positive energy we have, the happier everybody is, the less violence, the less failure, the less everything. And then that pain just holds people back.
That's a pretty good dream. Not only can you change people, you can change the world. That's pretty cool.
That's
So
right.
what's your niche specific content that you'd like to turn into a product during this lightning round?
Well, I haven't finished typing it up. I did a speech on a women's summit, and I was called From Pain to Relief, 3 Things About Energy Mastery, which is the style I do, that make all the difference on the number one mistake women make. And I'm actually going
That's a
to,
long title.
well, I'm going to feed it into chat and break it up into 3 sections.
Okay, good. And there's your product right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Those 3 steps. That's what I was going to say for you. Each one of those steps needs to become a standalone, very small mini course. Kind of like
Right.
Lacier's very young, small, early peas. That same kind of thing. Okay. And that way, the cool thing about breaking it up into 3 really small courses is somebody buys the first one, and you're going to talk about, hey, there's 2 more, and
Yeah.
you can get them all. You can get each one for X, or you get them all for less than X. Okay. So, folks, things to pull out of what we've done here with Wendy is that whatever steps, lies, mistakes, secrets, points, tips, whatever chunks you have, those are all pieces of a module. They're all chapters of an ebook. They're all small mini courses. Okay. All right. So go forth and do, Wendy.
Yes, sir.
And you're already in Content Profit Nation, so thank you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'll see you on the inside.
Thank you.
All right. First time I'm meeting Mark Eaton. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Jeff. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Oh, where is that accent from?
From South Africa.
Okay, okay. I was guessing that, but is that where you are?
Yeah, in South Africa, in Port Elizabeth, and it is load shedding here, which means that they cut off the electricity at for 2 hours at a time to save the national grid's electricity. So I've got some generators and lighting on the go on me at the moment, but yeah, the whole nation gets shut down at various times.
Probably wise, but also crazy. So, folks, you need to tell people you were on the first 5-day challenge where people had generators to back it up so they wouldn't miss anything. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
And Mark, you're scheduled for a Content Profit seat in December, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Awesome. I look forward to it. What's your niche?
Mental health, and dealing with anxiety, and a whole lot of mental health, but anxiety, if I narrow it down.
That seems to be the biggest one right now, anxiety. We live in anxious times. Who's your audience?
Adults with trauma, phobias, anxieties.
Okay, that's a good audience, because unfortunately that audience is going to keep reloading. It's just the way things are. So what's your dream with this?
Yeah, I'd like to help people be free of this, so to positively influence them. But I love lecturing, I love teaching, so I'd like to develop an online, an ability to work online.
Very cool. Yeah, we can work on that for sure. So what niche specific content do you have laying around that we can convert today?
Well, there's a newer type of therapy called BWRT, brain working recursive therapy. And
BWRT, say what that stands for again.
Brain working recursive therapy.
Brain working recursive therapy. Is that anything like cognitive behavior therapy or rational behavior therapy?
It's more like working from the bottom up instead of top down. So those other types are more sort of cognitive, executive functioning, top down processes, whereas this uses visualization to help reprocess and rewire the brain.
I love that. I love that. Are you familiar with something called timeline therapy?
No.
It would be worth you checking out, because it's a powerful thing that is this is related to, but I think it can make what you're doing stronger. Brain working, what is the R again?
Recursive. RECURSIVE.
Okay. And then therapy. Okay. So, this is an interesting one. Here's what I think is the starting point for you, and I'll give you the next step too. This screams ebook. Okay, it just screams ebook, and it might be end up being like your best-selling one. And we'll do more with this when we do our Content Profit Seat. The other thing, I'll give you a little extra. It also screams a course, of course. Also, you could pick one thing from this and do the small group mastermind, and then I could see you leading a whole group of people in a membership where people get to work on this stuff. You know my background, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know this stuff that lights me up, because I may not be doing it in my chair in my office anymore, but once you do it, it doesn't leave, right? It's just the way you think. All right, awesome. Now, are you in Content Profit Nation yet?
No, not yet.
Well, go fix that. Before it gets too late over there, and so you can be one of today's first 5. Great job, Mark. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. Thank you.
I like this green room stuff. You may be seeing more of this, kids. Beth Ann, how you doing?
Doing great. Thank you, Jeff.
Beth Ann of cockatoocreations.com. All right. So tell us what that means. What's your niche?
Bird gifts.
Bird what?
Gifts.
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 Bird gifts. Do you mean giving gifts to birds or giving gifts of birds?
Giving gifts of things with birds to people who love birds, whether they
Oh,
own
okay.
a bird or are bird
Okay.
watchers.
I got it.
They want stuff.
I got it. And is that your audience, the people that are into birds and they want the paraphernalia?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Or parrotphernalia, depending.
Oh, you said that yesterday. I remember. Oh, you can really fly with those, can't you? So I think we've probably talked about this in the time we've known each other, but have I told you about that? What is the name of that dog? It's a little dog, not miniature schnauzer, but oh shoot, can't remember the name of the dog. But her thing is not, it's corgis. Her thing is not corgi dogs. It's corgi dog paraphernalia. Okay, she's a 7-figure earner because of it, and goes to the corgi dog paraphernalia convention each year and makes bank. Okay, so this is a really cool niche. That may not be your dream though. What's your dream?
My dream is to get out of debt.
Good dream.
Yes.
That's a good dream. And we can do some things to work backwards from that. I love it. Would it be okay for you to get out of debt while you were helping folks?
Yes. And I'd like to help them. The thing that I usually tell people, not people that I'm trying to get help from, but other people, I tell them I'm trying to help people find relaxation and peace through the beauty of nature, specifically birds.
I so love that. About a 20-minute drive north of here is a little city called Dahlonega, Georgia. It's where the university is. And I work with a bunch of college guys. So I met one for lunch today, and then bought an extra hamburger and took it to my son who was on desk duty in the RA. And it's surrounded by mountains. And it's just, I could be ready to burst. And just that drive, just seeing that, it's gorgeous. So yay on you. Okay, so what specific niche content can we turn into a product today?
My #1 blog post is how to distinguish between crows, ravens, and blackbirds.
Oh, cool. That's a whole nother template. How to distinguish. How to distinguish between whatever. Okay. And so that gives us 3 chunks. That really sounds like a mini course to me. You know, here's what's in this bird. Here's what's in that bird. Here's what's in the third bird. And then their unique pieces. Okay. Like somewhere around here, probably sleeping is Duke, who's shepherd husky wolf. Okay. And so he's got an interesting temperament, but it's not just like a shepherd. It's not just like a husky. It's not just like a wolf. He's got all of those. Okay. And you know, the thing you can teach is how do you gift for each bird? How do you, if you're going to have them, take care of each bird? All those kind of stuff. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can build underneath that from there and then build above it. And what are the 3 birds again?
Crow, blackbird, and raven.
Wow. Those are so similar. You know, every time, I'm such a child of music. Every time, and music and reading, because when I hear Blackbird, you know the song I'm singing, right? And in the when I hear Raven, it's Edgar Allan Poe, or it's the song from it's an old Eagle song, isn't it? Raven hair and ruby lips, sparks fly from her fingertips. Yeah, there you go. Feel free to quote them for your stuff. All right, Beth Ann, great job. And we'll be talking soon about your custom article, right?
Mm-hmm. I sent you an email about it. I don't know.
Saw that. I got it.
Got that crazy thing that I want.
Yes. You did well. You did well. Thanks. All right. Last and certainly not least, my old buddy Donna. How you doing, Donna? You are on mute. It says on your end. There we go. I bet I'll be able to hear you better that way. Good.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Doing great. Thank you.
Now you're another person that late night because you're in England?
England.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What part again?
I'm about 70 miles due north of London in a little market town called Daventry.
Okay. All right. So there it is almost, it is, what is it? 9:30 there?
Let's see.
10:30.
Well, now with the time change last weekend, we're
Right.
4 hours difference from East Coast time. So it's only 8:35 here.
Okay. And then that'll change Sunday when we fall back.
And then we'll be back to the 5-hour difference.
Mark, if you can put in the chat how far ahead of Eastern time you are in South Africa, and we can just kind of see where everybody is. So Donna, what's your niche?
All right. Well, I'm calling it Create Your Living Legacy. Ultimately, it's purposeful living.
Okay. Purposeful living. I like that. Who's your audience?
I work with change makers, and I'm focusing right now on leaders in retirement transition from a work life to their life's work.
Ooh, from their work life to their life's work. I love that. Okay. How would someone know if they're a change master? I want to drill a little bit on this audience.
A change maker or a change agent is someone who has a deep desire to contribute, to continue growing in their life, to make a difference. And talking about retirees specifically, they might take some time off to decompress and do some golfing and retail therapy. But after a couple of months, they're ready to invest themselves in something more meaningful, whether it's to themselves, latent dreams, or new dreams, or they found a person, a place, or maybe even a project they either want to invest in that's existing already, or they want to create.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And so you've alluded to it, but what's your dream?
Well, really, for the retiree group of the boomers, there's so many of us, and we happen to be in that category. At least I am. You may not be there yet. You know, if you think about it, between traditional retirement and let's say mid to late 80s, where you're a senior citizen, it's kind of a lost generation. There's no name for it. And so, you know, whether they're emerging elders, whether they're the encore generation, you know, I want to help them live their legacy, create a living legacy rather than waiting till their deathbed when they just have whatever's left.
There's somebody I might like you to interview. Because one of the guys in my men's group, his mom is 98 years old.
Yeah.
And she just got back from the Turks.
Oh, right. Okay.
So she goes every year on holiday. And this woman is, you know, he was worried about her feeling a little tired. And I thought, I hope at 98, I can tell the difference between tired and not tired. My goodness. So yeah. Okay. So you said something I really want to do something unique with the niche specific content, because you're going for change agents. And you familiar with Jeff Foxworthy? The comedian?
Yeah, I used to have him in my feeds, but I haven't seen him lately.
Okay. Yeah, you might be a redneck if, right? Okay. And I've played off of that, like you might be a content creator or you might be an internet marketer. He's an interesting guy. He lives here and goes to our church, and he is just all through his career, he would fly out of Hartsfield during the day to go do his show somewhere and fly back that night, whatever time it was, to take his kids to school the next day. I love that. And the other thing I love about him, every Tuesday, he spends the whole day at Atlanta Mission, working with homeless men and just helping them. And I'm like, I like people like this. So we're not trying to identify a redneck or a content creator, but can you give me like 2 characteristics of a change agent?
Yeah. They want to use their experience, their life experience, their skills, and their interests and invest it in something that makes an impact to others, but it's also purposeful and fulfilling to them.
I love it. I like that. I like that. So what I'm going to suggest you do is we want to, what's the word I'm looking for? We want to create a nice little way for you to catch a lot of clients. Okay. And that's going to be having something that identifies a checklist or whatever, you're a change agent. If okay, like I've done stuff like you're a content creator. If even if you write emails, yeah, okay. So this could be a lot of things, but I think the starting place is a ebook or book for you, because you could start off even giving that away to build a list, and then I know so many people, Donna, on Medium and other places like that they have an article at the end. Their call to action is their ebook or their book, and they sell like crazy. So
Okay.
cool, and I want to see that book.
It's in the works.
All right, love it. Thank you.
Super, Jeff. Thank you.
And now we go to Kim.
Hi there.
Again, we are celebrating because she was the first one in of the 5 yesterday. Yay. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Another day in paradise. Where you coming in from?
Northeast Indiana.
Okay. All right. Yeah, pretty much almost straight north of here. So what's your niche?
Health and wellness. A couple of different factors, weight loss, but accountability for setting goals, developing new habits so that you can improve your health. Our,
Okay.
our health is influenced 1/3 by genetics and 2/3 our lifestyle.
Now, can we just kind of unpack what you just said a little bit?
Sure.
Because this sounds weird to say it this way. Everybody that's ever died on both sides of my family, which, a lot of them, older ones have, it's always been heart related. Okay. And that, I've been living life based on that for a long time and making health decisions based on that for a long time. Because I don't want to do that. But it's 1/3 of the influence, right?
1/3 of our health is influenced by our genetics.
Right. What I love,
2/3
that's what I love right there. is the
2/3
two-thirds.
is the choices we make, the lifestyle we live, the foods we eat, the exercise we get, we don't get, the stress we are dished and how we deal
Right.
with it,
Right.
whether we
Now,
smoke and drink alcohol.
if you gave
etc.
me the opportunity to have a 66% chance of changing something, I'm going for it. But does that mean I can't ever have chocolate again?
No, that doesn't mean you can't ever have chocolate again. You can have it.
I know. I'm just playing. All right. So health and wellness, and let's talk about your audience. For who? Health and wellness.
The people who I primarily work with are midlife, pre-peri, and postmenopausal women.
Okay, I like that. Midlife, pre, and perimenopausal.
Right.
Okay.
Either just approaching
Yeah.
in the middle of it or post.
Okay. All right.
I'm a rare woman that went through menopause, and I can count the number of hot flashes I had on one hand.
Wow. If you could figure out the training program for that, I think you'd be a millionaire. And part of it probably is the way you take care of yourself, right? See that what you just said, that's got to be a lead in just about everything you put out there. Articles, sales pages, because do you think you'd get the attention of the perimenopausal woman with that, what you just said? I've had 5 hot flashes.
My mother suffered immensely from hot flashes. And so I was prone to it.
See, you're the walking, talking example. You got 1/3 of your mom, but 2/3 of what you've done. Beautiful.
Right.
So what's your dream with all this?
I want to be financially free. I don't want to have to deal with worrying about, how I'm going to make ends meet to pay bills. And I want to be able to travel, and I want to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do. And I need the green stuff to be able to do that.
I love it. I love it. That's good motivation. And we can structure a lot to get there. So what's your niche specific content we can talk about today?
Well, I pulled up one of my recent, I do this daily challenge activity. Every single day, there's a small daily activity. I give the challenge. I say what to do, why it's important, and then a small lesson behind it. And the challenge that I chose was to get out and walk. Pick a perimeter of a building, your house, your apartment building, a shopping area, and
Okay.
walk, and all of the benefits that there are in getting out and walking.
This is a perfect timing for you, being just the beginning of November,
Uh-huh.
because you could come up with the Thanksgiving challenge, to tie it around November, the holiday one for December, the New Year one. And then you could come up with a challenge for every month, and sell them separately, and then also offer the other ones.
Okay.
And if you started now, well, you could do this. You could do this for what you've got for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You could do it for that week between Christmas and New Year's, when people think no one buys online, and let those people keep thinking that, and we'll get rich. Because that's often my best week of the year. You could do it then, and then do it monthly over the next year. And then your Christmas to New Year's event would be all 12 of those, okay, and selling them at a discount off what all 12 would normally cost. Make sense?
Okay. But you think I should just have one per month when I've got challenges for 365 days?
No, not necessarily. I mean,
Okay.
well, wait a minute. If you've got 365 days of challenges, wouldn't that also mean you got 12 months worth of challenges? Okay. It's whether we call it, tomato or tomato, or 7 days or a week. It would just depend on how you want to structure them. 365 days of blank challenge broken down into 12, easily to complete, blah, blah, blah. Make sense?
Uh-huh.
Because that, you know what that is? That is a membership without calling it a membership, right? And do an inexpensive one so they really don't got to think about it. And would you deliver that challenge each day, or a set a week, or how would you deliver that?
I deliver it each day.
Okay.
Every morning, the new challenge appears in your email or in this private site that it's a
Okay.
long story, but it's a private group, and I post a challenge.
And right now it's free?
Right now it's free, but I want to start charging.
Yeah. Yeah. Since it's been free, I would start really small. Do you know Liz Wilcox?
No.
A colleague of mine that has a $9 email marketing membership. Okay. Like, how do you make any money at most? She's got, she just hit 10,000 people, which is 90 grand is not a bad way to start a month. I could eat on that. A lot. So yeah, start it like under 10, 7, 9, 10,
Okay.
and you're going to get some pushback from the people that have been getting it for free. And, you just say, well, this one's going to deliver more. And then you say at the very beginning, this is what it is today. Okay. Tomorrow, next week, next month, it will be more, and then the question becomes, when do you stop raising the price? And that's when people stop buying. Whenever somebody stops buying, it's time to keep that price like a little bit lower than it is.
Okay.
Desi Ann says, that's what I was thinking too. Kim has a membership. It's the same thing I'm thinking of doing. One quick action per day. You know what? How about the Content Profit one quick action a day challenge? Okay. We'll add that to the list. Thanks, Kim and Desi Ann. All right. Great job. Good to see you here, Kim. I can't wait to see you inside Content Profit Nation.
Thank you.
Now, let me give you a little bit more about the nation, and not to put any pressure on you, Mark, but of the 5 people that we did in the lightning round, 4 of them are in the Content Profit Nation. So, you just got to fix that, bud. All right. So now, Give me some feedback. I've never done a lightning round like that before. Yay, nay, what? Give me yay or nay in the chat, okay? So we're going to get out of here in a few minutes because I definitely don't want to go over an hour. Super cool, says Donna. Awesome. Catherine liked it. Hey, haven't heard from you today, Catherine. Good. Donna, content profit, get her done challenge. There you go. And some of you guys are going to be chatting. Awesome. Kim says it's been great. Okay, good. You might see it again. All right, contentprofitnation.com. There's 3 ways to come on board. You get all the stuff that's on that page, plus for the first 5 people today. And I think, yeah, one of them's already gone. So for the next 4 people today, you'll get, where's my sheet of paper? I don't want to forget anything. You're going to get a blog post, custom blog post created by me of your choice. Okay. From that blog post or article or even video, we'll create a lead magnet, or I will for you. And then also a call to action for that. And so there's that first part. Second part is 2 months of coaching. And by that, I mean twice a month. Okay. For 2 months, 60 days. And the first one will be next week. Okay. And so I'll reach out to everybody that comes on board and we'll talk about how to do that. And then I think that's the really cool extra bonuses, as if that's not enough. All right. Place you want to go is contentprofitnation.com. And for those of you that aren't in, whether you're in the lightning round or just listening, and you're not on the East Coast, you're like, UK, Australia, South Africa, whatever. Don't go to bed without doing this because it might not be available tomorrow. Because I'm doing this 5 for today. Okay. You guys have been a incredibly fun audience to work with these last 5 days. And you've helped me evolve this whole content profit thing into content profit blank challenge. So we are going to be learning a bunch together once a month and all the other times in between. Let's make sure I have done and said everything I wanted to. Catherine, you have a great weekend too. Look at that. Kim and Desianne are already partnering up. I love when you guys do that. It's so cool. So thanks for being with us for 5 days. Beats the heck out of a 30-day challenge, doesn't it? A lot of places you could have been, you chose to hang out with us. And I always, always appreciate that. And folks, as always, you're welcome, Kim. Go get this stuff at contentprofitnation.com. And as always, go use this stuff and we will catch you on the next challenge.